John Elway sat down with Chris Wallace of Fox News to do a pre-Super Bowl interview, and what he said is getting some press because it's pretty controversial.
This being Fox News Sunday, I have to ask a political question. In the course of researching this interview, I found out, which I didn't know, that you're a big Republican, and in fact, you contributed a lot of money in 2012 to Mitt Romney. Why do you support the GOP?
Well, I mean, those are what my beliefs are. I believe that, as a country that, we're given the opportunity to succeed or not succeed. And I think that, for us to be able to, I don't believe in safety nets. Obviously, we got to have some kind of safety nets, but I think that my philosophy is when you're given the opportunity to go take advantage of that. And I think that that's when you get the best out of people. And so my beliefs align best with the GOP. I wouldn't say I'm way right. I'm middle right. I been fortunate to be in business, and I'm one of those that believe that, you got to give a little to get some. And so I'd like to see us be able to free up Congress a little bit and say, okay, we need to give up a little bit to give a little bit. And if we were able to do that and we acted more like businessmen in that situation, I believe that we'd be getting a lot more done.
With your name, with your reputation, with your popularity in Colorado, I got to assume that the GOP has come to you at some points and said, hey, how about running for office?
Yeah, I've been approached a couple times, but I'd rather be on the supportive side than the guy that's running. But I also believe it's my duty to be involved, too. So politics is a tough business. Football is a tough business, but I'm not sure it's as tough as politics. And so I'll stay on the outside of that.
All right, there's a lot to get to there. So first of all, let's talk about the obvious hypocrisy of Fox News being giddy over the prospect of an athlete possibly getting into politics. Because what do they do 24/7 whenever it's somebody from Hollywood or some liberal athlete? What do they do? Oh, yeah, of course, you want to take the people that aren't serious people and you want them to run on the ticket? Haha, so stupid. Hollywood, puh, we hate Hollywood. What are you talking about? These guys, they should just stick to their job. They shouldn't really talk about politics. I mean, who are they kidding? They're acting like they know things. They don't know anything. Liberal Hollywood, liberal athletes. Second they get somebody on their side, whether it's Clint Eastwood or John Elway, they're like, see, he's on our side. He should totally run for office. He's the best guy ever. He's so smart. He knows everything. And he's also in Hollywood, or he's also an athlete. Oh, it's so great. Could you be fucking consistent for once in your life? I swear to God, the Republicans make me laugh every day because they'll just they'll use one argument one day and just totally contradict it the next day. And they're like, what? I didn't do anything wrong. What? Did I do something? I didn't do anything. These guys are so stupid. And then also, I love the classic Republican nonsense line that Elway threw out there. Yeah, I would like it if these guys, I'm a businessman. I'd like it if Congress acted more like a business. Except that would be stupid. That would be dumb. Because government is there specifically to do the things that business is too greedy to do. You shouldn't have to worry about a profit margin in government. Government has nothing to do with profits. Government has to do with taking things off the table that the private sector and capitalism can't handle. You know, things like the roads and the bridges and Wall Street regulation and market regulation and the military. And, I mean, I can go on and on here. I mean, healthcare is another thing, Medicare, Medicaid, having a safety net, which leads to the next point. He said, quote, I don't believe in safety nets. Really? Well, that's something you almost never hear anybody ever admit to. Even if somebody believes that, they're usually smart enough to fucking shut their mouth about it and not say it because they know that nobody agrees with you if you say that. And that really is a callous thing. We have people that work full-time jobs that can't survive. So you're telling them, okay, fuck it, they shouldn't survive. Let them die when they're 40. I don't give a shit. Seriously, we have over 10 million working poor people in the country right now. I mean, why do you think people who work full-time at McDonald's, they still have to go get food stamps and they still have to go get Medicaid? Because they don't make enough money to survive. $7.25 an hour is dick. You can't survive if you're working a full-time job. So they're not moochers. They're not parasites. They're being productive, but they don't get paid enough to live. And you're telling me you don't want any safety net for them when, it comes time to feed their kids? Or either get kicked out on the street and be homeless or pay their rent? I mean, wow. And did you notice he tried to cover it up right after he said it, too? He's like, I don't believe in safety nets. Obviously you got to have some sort of safety net, though. I hope they didn't hear me say that.